So I want to document my health, uh, my new health plan, which is the Transpoosion therapy that I've read about, um, researched, and it looks like there's a really good chance that it's gonna heal me. I've lived with irritable bowel, constipation, bloating, inflammation in the guts as long as I can remember, frankly. And I've tried every therapy known to God and man, colonics, changes of diet, antibiotics, herbal antibiotics, um, vegan, macrobiotic, enemas, belly massage. I'm sure water fasting for 10 days. Um, the list goes on and on. Psychic, healing, etc. And still, really, no substantial improvements. And let me add also the diets that are the GAPS diet and the specific carbohydrate diet, and versions of those. So eating broths, I've been to doctors, I've had tests, stool tests, hormone tests. I found at one point a parasite and H. pylori, but healed those and in natural methods. Still same symptoms, and my symptoms are basically it's just really hard to poop. It takes me 2 hours every morning. I usually am pooping little hard boulders that come in sequence, 3 trips to the bathroom. And then gas and bloating by 4 in the afternoon. I look like I'm pregnant. The pain of that gas, often it's trapped, so it's extending my colon, and that's the worst pain in the colon, is that stretching. And so this is my daily life. I have this window of feeling good, usually from about 11 a.m. till about 4 p.m., and the rest I'm dealing with this. So I discovered this therapy called fecal transplant, and basically the theory is that the organisms in the colon are an organ. They're a whole community. There's more cells, bacterial cells, almost 10 times more than cells in the whole human body that make up that little community in the colon that lives there. And every day when we poop out part of that. And because these organisms slough off and get excreted. And so if our poo is not contaminated with other stuff, it's this perfect medium containing the biomass of an organ that is our huge digestive organ in the colon, in the large intestine. So Dr. Brody's been working with this for over 20 years, transplanting, taking poo from a healthy person, mixing it with water, and using an enema, putting it into the colon of a sick person, and having amazing results. Really transformative overnight kinds of results. And when the studies are done to see what was the composition of the recipients, what was in their poo before the transplant and after this is done, their poo matches the poo of the donor. So it's a successful transplant of this population. And even though we can try antibiotics to kill off the bad beasties in there, there are so many different things living in our gut that work together symbiotically to create this environment that we have lived with for billions of years as human beings, that there's no way to target these organisms or give the right ones. Even if you give 15 kinds of probiotics, that's only a drop in the bucket. It's not the whole population. So these kinds of therapies don't work very well for a lot of us who suffer with this. But the transplants have like 80 and 90% or more success rates where people, they shift, their bowel habits shift, the constipation goes away, diarrhea goes away, people have 3-4 healthy bowel movements a day, they don't have all these food allergies and bloating, and basically they end up with as healthy a gut as their most healthy friends that don't have these issues.